Hello, welcome to yoga. I'm Kate, and we're going to start class today standing at the top of our mats, but let's go ahead and get grounded. So find a comfortable seat. If you prefer, you can come to child's pose with your knees wide, your big toes touching, and your arms stretched out long, forehead in contact with the mat. Find some place where you can come to your breath, slow it down, and let all the busyness of your day melt away. So whether it's your comfortable seat, in Sukhasana or Thunderbolt, or you're in child's pose, melt into that posture and try to find some stillness. Gradually moving into your yoga breathing. For some of you, that may be Ujjayi breath. For others, Samavriti, simply breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. But focusing on that air entering in through your nose, filling up your lungs, expanding your lungs, then emptying out, completely allowing room for the next breath. Float your eyes open. If you're in child's pose, sit back on your heels in Gomukasana. Let's join our energies with the sound of one Om. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Side out. Inhaling for Om. Then we're going to meet in standing at the top of the mat. So I'm going to face you just so that you can follow what I'm doing. Feet are about hips distance apart. Nice long spine. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. And feel the weight in your feet. Maybe shift it back more into your heels and then into the balls of your feet. Then the heels, and the balls of your feet. Find that place where you're centered on your feet. weight into our left foot. Raise your right foot, and we're going to do ankle circles 3 times in one direction. Doesn't matter which direction you go in first. And then the other way. As you finish those circles, cross the right foot over the left, come onto your toes, and we're going to take a Creationist stretch. So, right arm high over to the left, flex your palm, left arm across your body. Hips to the right. Nice. Come back to center. Taking that on the other side. Weights in the right foot. Lift the left foot. Circle that ankle. Your leg can be straight or your leg can be bent. You can hang on to something if that helps you, but open up through that ankle joint 3 times in one direction, then 3 times in the other direction. Then left over right. Left hand goes over to the right. Press with the right hand to the left. Finding your side body stretch. Release this. Uncross your feet. Inhale your arms high. We're going to take 2 Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lifts. Maybe your hands are on a block or on your shins. Press into whatever your hands are on. Long spine, flat back. Forward fold. Again, long spine. Forward fold. Sweep your arms high. Hands to heart center. Coming to 2 half sun salutations. Inhale, thick length here. Don't worry about a back bend yet. Get nice and long. Exhale into a forward fold. Find your halfway lift. Forward fold. Sweep your arms high. Move right into that second half sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen to your spine. As you exhale, fold, palm the mat. Step back to a high plank. So, press your hands into the mat. Puff up through your upper back. Scoop your belly. Press back through your heels. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Move intuitively here. Whatever's going to feel good. High up on all 10 toes. Bending your knees, tipping your tail, coming back to your dog. Then neutral dog. Come forward to plank and come down onto your belly. I've got a shoulder injury. I'm going to come down to my knees and come down onto the mat. So we're going to set up for a floating cobra. Take your feet wide, maybe max distance. Hands are right by your side body, right by your chest actually, as if you're going to do cobra. On the inhale, lift your head, your chest, your hands, your legs. On the exhale, dive into that pool, bring your legs together. Inhale, hands back, arms wide. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Bring your feet down next to one another. Chin is on the mat. Now let's take Cobra. It's all back strength. Don't press into your hands. Lift your heart, shoulder blades down your back, squeeze your glutes, look up, forehead down, push back to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching, forehead to the mat. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale, up to table. We're going to take a table twist. Again, I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. We're starting on the right side. Put your right hand at the base of your head and neck. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come under, right elbow to left arm. Open up, twisting, come back. This time as you open up, extend that right arm to the sky, and then you're going to thread the right arm behind the left wrist, come onto your right ear, left arm extends. Press into the upper right arm, just gently, and feel it helping you create that twist. Breathing. And come back up to table. So we'll take that on the other side. Left hand, twist open, and under. And open, and under. Open, extend that arm, thread it through, come on to your ear, your shoulder. Extend the right arm. Press gently into the upper left arm to help you with that twist. Breathe. Come back to your table, taking some cats and cows. I want you to initiate the movement, cat and cow, from the lower part of your spine. So coming first into cat, tuck that tail, come through the mid-spine, the upper spine, then finally tucking the chin. Coming to cow, untucking at the tail, moving through the mid-spine, moving up the spine, then opening the heart, gaze up. Take a couple more rounds with your own breath at your own pace. Think about initiating the movement from the base of your spine. One more round. When you're through, come to a neutral table. Tops of your feet are on the floor. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your shins, working the core. Puff up through the upper back. You should feel this in your belly. Opening up in the ankles. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can come down to your knees, or you can roll over your toes to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press into the base of your fingers. Bend at the knees, tip your tail up towards the sky, and bring your heels back towards the earth. Inhale high up on your toes, look towards the top of the mat. Little bitty steps. You're working your core. Long spine. Forward fold. Rise up. Hands to heart center. Taking a half sun. Inhale. Forward fold. Long spine. Step the left foot back. Find a runner's lunge. And it may be helpful to have your hands on blocks or books or some kind of support, but here's your runner's lunge, and play with creating space. Lifting your hips a little bit and lowering them, shifting forward and back. Wherever you feel some space being created, just lowering your hips. Now you want to be really mindful of balance. We're coming into Crescent Lunge. Make sure your heels aren't lined up. Give yourself a base to balance off of. Scoop your belly. Come up to Crescent Lunge, shoulders away from your ears. We're going to flow between Crescent Lunge and intense leg stretch. Turn your palms forward. So you're in your Crescent Lunge. Straighten your front leg. Sweep your arms back. Intense leg stretch. Your heel likely won't touch. Come back to your Crescent Lunge, so it's some challenge with balance. Intense leg stretch. Working your core. One more time. 2 intense leg stretch. Let your hands come down to the earth. Melt your chest. Move your right hip back. Find your runner's lunge. So come onto your toes, lower your hips again, revolve side angle. Left hand is grounded, twist open to the right. Right hand down, left foot meets right. Long spine, forward fold. Now step the right foot back. Same sequence, other side. So here's your runner's lunge. Find that opening. For me, lifting up and down, I can really feel that in the hip flexor. Some people forward back. Some people maybe side to side. Find the place where you're feeling opening. Make sure your stance is wide enough for balance. Scoop your belly. Crescent lunge. Whoops. See? Balance. What can I say? Turn your palms forward. Come to your intense leg stretch. Sweep the arms back. Back to crescent lunge. Intense leg stretch. Back to crescent lunge. Intense leg stretch. Bring the hands down. Move that left hip back and melt. Feel that in the left hamstring. Coming to your twist, runner's lunge, right hand grounded, revolved side angle. Bring your left hand down, walk your hands a quarter turn to the left, Prasarita A. Your hands are flat on the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. See if you can get your fingertips in line with the tips of your toes, hands flat. Press your hands down and forward, moving your torso through your legs. If you have the space to straighten your legs, go for it. Not locking them out, just straightening. Walk your hands to the left, step back to plank, lower down onto the mat, whether you bring your knees down or you don't. We're going to take Ekabusia. We're going to open up in our shoulders. I'm going to turn to face you to help you see what I'm doing here. And remember, you're going to be mirroring me. So listen carefully on the right and the left. So you're laying on your belly, right arm out to the right, palm is to the floor. Left hand on the earth, elbow up. Look to the left. Bend your left leg, roll your left hip over your right, bringing it to the earth. This is an opening in the front of the right shoulder. Be gentle. If this is too intense, back out of it some. If you need more, you can bend your right leg and bring it flat to the floor as well. I'm not going to do it because this is my bad side, so to speak. Come back through center. Now the outside of the shoulder. Thread the right arm underneath your chest. You're laying on the top of your arm. Your left arm is long down by your side, palm is up. Now I'm moving my left shoulder towards the eye of the right elbow. Head is relaxed on the earth. And that's opening in the outside of the right shoulder. Releasing this and simply opening up on the other side. Left arm out to the side, palm down, bend the right leg, right hip over left. Pressing that left flat hand into the floor. Feeling the opening in the front of the shoulder. Coming back to neutral. Threading the left arm underneath your chest, laying on top of it. Right arm long behind you, back of the hand to the earth. And you're pressing the front of the right shoulder to the eye of the left elbow. Feeling that in the outside of the left shoulder. Feel opening. No pain here at all. Releasing this, you're on your belly. We're going to take a Savasana. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your hands, roll your shoulders down your back. Knock your knuckles if that's too much. Legs can be zipped up or wider if you want to be more gentle with your back. Inhale and lift your chest, your legs, your arms off your glutes. Release this down. Push up through plank. Back to downward facing dog. Take the cleansing breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale high on your toes. Take those little baby steps to the top of the mat. Long spine. Forward fold. Inhale your arms high. Hands to heart center. Nice. Second sequence, starting with a half sun. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, step the left foot back, bring the left knee down. You're in a low lunge. Weights coming forward into the left foot. Isometrically, left knee is pulling forward, right heel is pulling back. Now taking the arms in front of you, flex your hands. It's like you're pushing against a door. So you're opening up through your wrists. Then we're going to flow into half splits. So weight comes back, front leg straightens. Bring your arms back, fingertips towards the sky. See if you can keep your palms flat. I'm trying. I don't know how I'm doing, but so opening your wrists the other way. Coming back to your low lunge. Press on that door. Flex the palms, or the wrists rather. Back to half splits. Fingertips up towards the sky. Arms are straight. One more time. Flex those wrists. Half splits. Then release your arms down. Deepen into this half splits. Pressing the right heel into the earth and isometrically dragging it backwards, pulling your belly in tight, hinging at the hips. Shift forward into a low lunge. Press into the top of your foot, lift your knee, hips forward. Take a twist. Bring your hand down, tuck your back toes, left foot meets the right. Ardha Uttanasana, forward fold, right foot to the back of the mat. Same sequence, other side. So find your low lunge, left heel pulling back, right knee pulling forward. Flex those hands. Come to your half splits, fingertips to the sky. Back to your low lunge. Half splits. Low lunge, pull those fingertips up and back. Arms straight, I'm reminding myself. Half splits. Release your hands down to the earth. Deepen into that half splits. Pressing the left heel down, pulling it back, scooping your belly. If your belly's relaxed on your thigh, work your belly. The belly strength is what's pulling you into this, not gravity. Although gravity helps, right? Shift forward into your low lunge. Press into the top of your right foot. Weights forward. Twist open. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down, tuck the back toes, walk your hands to the right. So this time, we're going to bind from the outer blades of our feet. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your feet close as much as you need to. Then use the strength in your arms to draw length into your spine. If you have the space, you can straighten your legs. You can walk your feet wider if you like. Release your bind. Walk your hands to the left, left. Top of the mat. Step back to plank. Come down onto your bellies. So take your left arm parallel to the top of the mat and just sit up for a minute. I want to show you where we're going to go with this. This is a variation on half frog. So just watch. I'm going to have you guys put your forehead on that arm that's across the top of the mat. You're going to bend the opposite leg, reach back with a hand. You tuck your tail slightly and pull your heel to your glute. Now here's what's different. You're going to keep your forehead on your arm. I'm just bringing my head up so you can hear me. You're going to try to keep that heel near your glute. Release your hand. Use your glute and your hamstring. Then bind again, pull it in. You get the idea. So let's get set up. Left arm parallel to the top of the mat. Your forehead is on that left arm. Bend the right leg, reach back with the right hand. Little tuck of the tail. Use your arm strength to pull your heel towards your glute. You're tucking that tail. Now try to keep your heel close to your glute. Release. Grab that foot again. Pull it in. And release. One more time. Pull it in, tucking that tail. Release. And bring that right foot to the floor. Simply switching sides. Right forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Forehead is on your right forearm. Bend the left leg, reach back with the left hand. Tuck that tail just a little bit, not a huge tuck, just a little tuck. Pull your heel towards your hip. See if you can hold the foot in. It's not going to stay exactly in the same place. Feel the hamstring and the glute working. Bind to the foot again, pull it in. Release. Grab the foot, pull it in. Release. Left foot down. Forehead to the mat. Reverse namaste arms. Again, you can knock your knuckles if that's a better choice for you. Press your palms together. Little bird wings to the sky. Savasana. Breathe. Release down onto the mat. Push up through plank to down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Long spine, forward fold, rise up to standing. Hands to heart center. So we're going to take some active Malasana squats. So set up your feet like you would for Malasana, however far apart. You may do this with your feet pointing straight ahead. You may angle your feet out, but no, we're opening our hips. So we want our knees angling back. You're going to inhale, come into the squat. Think about your knees moving back. See if you can keep your shoulders over your hips and come up. And squat. And up. And squat, then take your expression of Malasana. So you may press your knees into your elbows and your elbows into your knees. See if you can come to a pretty flat back. You may choose to take crow pose, spreading your fingers wide, bringing your feet closer together, coming up high in your toes. Make those little shelves with your triceps. Lift one foot. Then the other. Remember, the gaze is down, not back. You're using a lot of belly strength. And when you're ready, you're in a forward fold, hit the back of the mat, walk your hands out to downward facing dog. You may choose to shift forward into plank, move through a vinyasa, and use back and down dog, that's your choice. You can breathe in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Come to cheetah. Back to 3-point. Mountain climber prep. Let that knee float. Use your belly strength. Look straight down. Back to 3-point. Step through. Warrior 2. Nice long stride. Wrists above ankles. Coming low into the front leg as you press through the outer blade of the back foot. Taking some active Gomukasana arms, right thumb up, left thumb down. Move your hands into Gomukasana, let them land on your back. Bring them away from your back and release. Again, land them on your back. Bring them away from your back and release. Now, thumbs in your fists. Straighten your front leg. We're going to come to a variation on triangle. This is an active triangle. So front leg is straight. You may choose to come up on your front heel. Move into triangle. No support. You're bringing your lower ribs underneath your upper ribs. Come back to your warrior 2. Bring your left hand to your hip. Maybe scoot that left foot up. We're coming to half moon. Use a block if that's a good option for you. Weights in the right foot and the right hand. Lift the left leg. Oh, hopefully your balance is better than mine today. Flexing that raised foot, toes to the sky, maybe your gaze to the sky. Come through a grounded warrior 3. Left foot meets right. You've got a bend in your knees. Roll up to standing. Weight is in the left foot. We're going to come to a standing pigeon. So if you've got blocks or books and you want to come deep into that and you want that support, have those nearby. Weights in the left foot. Stork pose. Cross that right ankle just above the left knee. And sit back into your expression of a standing pigeon. Hands on blocks or the floor will allow you to focus on the opening. Hands at heart center or extended, you're doing the balance and the opening. For 3, and 2, and 1. Come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, long spine. Exhale. The left foot to the back of the mat. We've been here before. Crescent lunge. We're going to take a twist. Hands to heart center. Twisting. And if the twist with the hook of the tricep doesn't work for you, feel free to repeat revolve side angle. Modifications of the same movement in your body. come down. Walk your hands to the left. Long spine. Hands to your hips, come up to standing. So we're going to take an active low side lunge. Turn your left foot out. And I don't know how you can call this a low lunge, because this isn't about getting really low. We want to keep our shoulders over our hips and work that leg. So you can have your hands to your heart center. Bend into that left leg. You're going to want to lean forward like this, like we generally do. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. You're not going to go nearly as low. Think about this knee moving back. Shoulders over your hips. You're feeling that work, right? Or is it just me? For 3, 2, 1. Come up. Turn your toes in. Forward fold. Turn towards the top of the mat. Step back to plank. You can move through a vinyasa. You can lift to downward facing dog. Your choice. Cleansing breath. Other side. Left leg high. Cheetah. 3-point. Mountain climber prep. See how my knee is not on my tricep, it's floating. That's a lot of strength there. Back to 3-point. Warrior 2. So taking those active Gomukasana arms, left thumb up, right thumb down. Bring your hands into the shape, land them on your back. See if you can pull them away, it's not easy, and extend back out. One more time. Land them. And extend. Now we're taking that variation on triangle. Thumbs in your fists. Straighten your front leg. If you'd like, you can shorten your stance a little bit if that feels more comfortable. Front foot can be flat. You can come up on your front heel, your choice. Come into your triangle. Using your body strength, your side body strength, not supporting with your hand. Come back up. Warrior 2. We're going to come to our half moon. So I'm going to shorten my stance. My right hand is on my right hip. Left hand coming to the block or the floor. And finding your expression. Square your hips to the earth. Right foot meets left. Bend in the knees. Roll up to standing. Beautiful. So before we come down onto our bellies, let's slow things down a little bit with tree pose. Start with the weight in the left foot. Finding the place that makes sense for you. Opening up in that hip. Finding some balance and some stillness. You can grow your tree to your degree. Step out. Taking it on the other side. This works great. This works great. If you have the space, you can come up higher. Close your eyes. Feel the effects of your standing practice. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale. Sigh out. One more inhale. Sigh out. Then coming to the top of your mat, that's probably where you guys are, you can take one final vinyasa and come down to the mat, or you can simply step back and come to child's pose. Your choice. Scan your body and feel what changes you've made so far in that standing practice. Do you feel a little more calm? Does your body feel a little bit more open? Then come up to table, and we're going to take camel for our back bend. I roll my mat to give myself more padding to my knees. We're going to do 2 half camels. So, if you have a block or a book, you may choose to put it by the outer blade. Let me do it this side first so you can see the outer blade of your left foot. If you don't have a block, you may tuck your toes so that the landing spot for your hand is a little bit higher. I like to use the block. Support your lower back. Hips and thighs are forward. Elbows move towards one another. That's already opening up your chest. You can see that. Lift long through your side body. Your belly is soft. What you're engaging is your back muscles. Lift up. Draw your chest up the wall in front of you, maybe to where the wall meets the ceiling, maybe across the ceiling. You can stay with support. You may choose to bring your hand to that block or to your heel. You can bring your right hand to heart center or to the sky. Your hips are forward, your heart is up. Breathing. Come up. And just sit back on your heels. Long spine, nice neutral long spine. If you use the block, just switch it to the other side. Camel on the other side. Support your lower back, hips and thighs forward, elbows towards one another. Long spine, lifting with that heart space. Up and then back. And if you're comfortable, you can drop your head back. Right hand can go to the heel or a block, or you can stay with both hands supported. Continually think energy forward and up. Then come up. Sit back on your heels. Just let your spine neutralize. Taking a rounded spine. So bring your knees and your ankles together. Put your thumbs in your fists. You can put them in your belly. Tuck your chin and round forward. So where we were opening up, we're now rounding. Feel that counter pose. Come up. And come to table. And again, I'm going to face you. Now I'm going to take you into Gomukasana for your hips. If you really don't like that and you prefer to come down onto your spine for a reclining pigeon, that's there for you. So from your table, cross your your right knee behind your left knee. Spread your feet wide and sit back between your heels. And that may mean sit back on a block. It's all good. Scoop your belly if you like, and take a forward fold. You don't need to, it's just an option. Really pull your belly in. Come up, hands to heart center, and twist to the left. You can hook that right elbow to leverage into this twist, looking back and up. Come back to center. Come forward into your table, so the right knee was in front. Come back to table. Now, bring the left knee in front of the right. Take your feet wide and sit back. Basically taking the opposite side. I think we just did that side. Take the opposite side. So right over left. Ground down into your sits bones. Pull that belly in, and if you have the space, take that fold. Come up, and we're going to twist to the right. Again, if you'd like, you can hook your elbow. If you'd like, you can keep your arms straight and twist, but find that twist to the right. Come back to neutral. Extend your legs long. Walk your sits bones back. And let's take Paschimottanasana. Again, forward fold. You're pulling your belly in. You can make this active with a long spine hinging from the hips. You can make this passive and round more. But either way, your belly's pulling in. You're creating length in your spine and obviously your hamstrings. If you need to bend your knees, no worries. Release this, come up. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Slowly, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll down onto the mat with control. If you'd like to get a gentle inversion, you can take a happy baby. If you'd like to go directly to Savasana, that's there for you. If you're taking happy baby, you can rock side to side. You can take a baby ninja, straightening one leg, and then the other. feet flop open wide. Maybe pull your shoulder blades under your back a bit. Arms are out by your side, palms up. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Sigh out. Give yourself this time to relax. Integrate all your hard work over the last hour. Begin to deepen your breath. Wrap your arms around your chest and give yourself a hug. Bring your knees in and take that wrap and bring it around your knees. Inhale your forehead up and then down. And come over onto whichever side is intuitive, using your arm as a pillow. So you're in a fetal position on one side or the other. This is a great place to really feel the changes you've made in your practice over the last hour. Hopefully you feel a sense of calm. Your body feels good. Maybe a little tired, like you've worked your muscles, maybe more open. Then in whatever way makes sense for you, come up to a comfortable seat, facing the front of the room. Keep your eyes closed or your gaze cast down. Let's bring our hands to heart center, and even though we can't hear each other, let's take a virtual Om. You can hear your own Om. So inhale, cleansing breath, side out. Inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Again, I'm Kate. Have a great day or evening. Rest of your week. Why not? Namaste.